Good afternoon. Welcome to Fun Day 1, and let's get the courts underway.
Humphrey, would you come up and have a seat? Some of these are quite old. They're way back in 2020. He has no insurance, DWLS, and failed to transfer plate. So it's one plea to 257,326.
Yes, either that or first degree murder, his choice.
All right.
Look at that. Okay, so Deborah makes a little joke. She gives this guy a great deal, and he recaps it, and he says, okay, is that what you're offering? She said, yes, either that or first degree murder, whichever is his choice. Okay, it's a mild joke, but look at Keith Stickley. He's like, I can't believe you did that. I don't know why. I know Keith. I just don't know where he got this reaction, but it made me laugh.
Oscar says, hit like and subscribe. Well, and hit the bell notification. Thanks, Oscar. All right, I'll do that.
And I've also got Mr. Evo here. Did you take your hat off, sir? Sorry. Have a seat over on this side. They'll be with you in a minute.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Deborah. All right. Good morning, sir. You Dennis Michael Pumphrey?
Yes, you are. I am.
I'm Judge Middleton. We've met before over the years, but you've got some old stuff from 2020. You got charged with no insurance under the insurance code, which is a misdemeanor punishable by a year in jail and a fine of up to $500, not less than $200.
Yeah, we do actually have a defendant by the name of Mr. Evil in the mix too. I mean, it's really a fun little call.
You got a driving suspended charge, which is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. You got charged with failing to transfer your plate. Prosecutor's going to dismiss all of those for a plea to allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. I guess under the theory, we're just going to get this case over with. And that's a misdemeanor, but it's a very minor one. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to 90 days in jail, excuse me, fine of up to $500. Doesn't carry any points, won't go on your driving record.
Okay, this really is a generous offer from Deborah Davis. I understand why she did it. I do. These are traffic offenses. She just wants a conviction on something and move on and clean out a bunch of the call. That makes a lot of sense. But when he starts up, I mean, it's a little ways off here. But when he starts up, it's not so much an eye roll. She's just like, I can't believe that you don't appreciate how good this is.
You understand?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Let me see if this is made it into my queue yet.
She sure has. Mm-hmm.
Did you post a $300 bond?
I don't believe I did. I believe it would have been a PR bond, $300 PR. This time incarcerated.
It was a PR bond. How long were you in jail?
24 hours.
All right. So were you driving a car here in St. Joe County on January 16th of 2020?
Yes, Your Honor, I was.
And did you not have a valid license at that time?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Do you understand that if you do plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or a jury? There will be no trial.
Understood, Your Honor.
Mr. Evo, this applies to you as well. Do you understand that if you had a trial, you would have the right to take?
Oh, I didn't catch that. He transitions with Mr. Evil. This applies to you as well. And the judge says it flat, but he's got to be holding back. Just uttering that phrase. That's good. And by the way, Sherry, thank you. That's really sweet. That actually kind of warms my heart. You know how I feel about the fur babies.
Take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf. But you don't have to, because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. you would have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court, so they can be questioned under oath. And you have the right to be presumed innocent
It's understood as well, Your Honor.
if and until the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. We'll show the plea in 231. Remember where you were going?
I was picking up a friend who was walking in the wintertime. He had a verbal altercation with his significant other and was put out and asked for help. And I was the only person that he knew that could help him.
Where have you been?
I've been at home recovering from injuries. I had a back injury, had a pretty extensive surgery on my lower back from a quad equine injury.
Well, you just been under the radar for 2 years?
Yeah, I had to relearn now how to walk again. And
Are you still at Maple Street?
yes, Your Honor, I am.
Are you back to work anywhere now?
No, I'm waiting for disability to go through and then get released from my more previous injury, more recent injury. Scapula broken on my shoulder blade or whatnot.
Well, let's take a look at this. You didn't show up. You got arraigned, then you got picked up here. How'd you get picked up in July?
In a traffic stop.
Were you driving then?
No, Your Honor.
Who was driving?
Nobody was driving. I was traveling in a vehicle.
Oh, but you were with somebody else?
No, I was by myself.
All right, so you were driving here in July?
Not driving, I was traveling, Your Honor.
Did you get another ticket?
No, Your Honor, I didn't.
So you were in a car and you were the only one in it and you got stopped by a cop
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
and they arrested you on the warrant,
Yes, Your Honor.
but they didn't charge you with driving suspended again.
No, Your Honor.
And don't give me this BS about you were traveling. You were driving a damn car and they cut you a break by not writing you another driving suspended ticket. The prosecutor just cut you a huge break by dumping all of these charges.
Look at that look on Deborah's face. She is like thinking, why did I give that nice of an offer? And this guy acts like this. I want to withdraw it right now.
So you're about to induce me to put you in jail. You were driving a car. You were traveling, but you were driving. So don't get caught up in that stuff. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, then they also let you out of jail. And that was a pretty good deal. The maximum fine here is $100. This saves you hundreds of dollars. And points. And what do you need to do to get your license back?
Ms. Davis informed me that I could apply for recondition of license through Secretary of State since it's been like 20 years since I had DUIs or the things that sanctioned against
You
my
can
license.
do that. The problem is it's very hard. Even though your DUI, I said we knew each other years ago, are hard to, they're old. You still
I mean, this guy's been on the bench forever. He's talking about a 20-year-old DUI. And of course, Judge Middleton's like, yeah, I handled it. That was before me. I remember.
got a lot of hoops to jump through.
Right.
But stop driving. You're going to end up in a deep hole you won't be able to get out of. So she cut you a huge break by A, not charging the nude case, and B, dumping all of this stuff. The fine is $100.
For the
Yes.
record, I was not aware that he was traveling in a car. Didn't mention
All
that.
right, well, apparently they haven't.
That's another joke by Deborah. She is well aware of the whole traveling concept. She says it, delivers it with a straight face, but she thinks it's hilarious.
Charged anything. You didn't get a citation?
No, Your Honor, I didn't.
All right. Well, the officer probably just cut you a break. 1 day in jail, credit 1 day. That's not part of this plea agreement. So if the officer submits a warrant for driving suspended, I guess we'll deal with it at that time. This offer only encompasses these charges, but you didn't get a ticket. And we'll leave it at that. You owe $225 by August 31st. Can you pay that by then?
Yes, I probably can.
I'll give you an envelope. If you need more time, come see me. But you got a huge break. This is 2 years old.
You.
You need to just pay the fine and get it over with. This won't go on your driving record. It won't affect your ability to keep or maintain your license.
He really does. The way Judge Middleton, I mean, he's not fooled by any of this. He's been through it, but he's like, "Are you loaning the car? Okay." So you got pulled over while you were loaning a car. You can call it what you like.
Ms. Davis is right. You can start the process to get your license back. But if you go to the driver license appeal division and said, hey, I haven't had a conviction in 20 years, they're going to say, okay, what else have you been doing? When did you have your last drink? Did you go to AA? Did you need treatment? They're very strict. I'm just giving you this for your information. Sometimes it can help to have an attorney to help you negotiate the process. Anyway, don't keep driving or then you will be screwed. You won't ever be able to get it back. All right. Do you have any questions?
No, I appreciate you, Your Honor.
All right, you're good to go.
Okay, so at the end of the day, it is a sovereign citizen, but it was very half-hearted. He just like he throws the travel thing out there, but he does take the deal wisely. It was a fantastic deal. He'd be out of his mind, but he does plead guilty. They get a little conviction on something, and the judge is actually very nice to him. Also, the way he's talking, at least, is that he's going to try to get his license. So he's not a true believer in the soft sit nonsense. He just thought he'd lob it in there in this hearing, which was a horrible idea.
All right, Mr. Evo, come up and have a seat. Let's see if he was traveling.
We'll get to the bottom of it, I'm sure. All right, is that it for me?
This is Evo Pierre. And this is a...
Wait, am I getting this right? I didn't catch this the first time. Do we go from Mr. Evil to Evil Pierre? He might be mispronouncing it. I think he is.
Ordinance case.
Yeah.
No valid ops is the plea offer. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Is that how you say?
I might have to change this thumbnail to something involving evil because it's too much. We could go Evil Knievel. We could go Dr. Evil. There's lots of ways we could go with this.
Say your name, Evo?
EVO.
Evio. Sorry about that.
Evio?
Evio Pierre.
Yes, Your
That
Honor.
name kind of rolls off the tongue. You got a ticket for driving without a valid operator's license and speeding. They wrote you for no license ever acquired. The prosecutors reduced it to a charge of simply having no valid operator's license and dismissed the speeding charge, which would save you $90. No valid ops generally carries a $200 fine. It is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 90 days in jail. The fine of up to $100. The fine will be $200. Do you understand the charge?
Your Honor.
Other than what has been offered here, did anybody promise you anything to get you to plead to this? Other than the fact they're going to dismiss the speeding ticket and reduce the other charge, did anybody promise you anything?
No.
Or threaten you?
Yes. Yes, me.
Were you driving a car in Three Rivers on July 3rd?
July 3rd.
That's
Yes,
what
Your
it
Honor.
says here.
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
Where were you going?
To work, Your Honor.
Where do you work?
record, we got past it. He did not claim traveling. He just said, yes, I was driving that car.
8 a.m., Your Honor. American Axle.
All right, very good. Are you still there?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're the second guy today from American Axle, and people get on the driving suspended merry-go-round and they can't get off of it. And you're just trying to get back and forth to work. Have you done anything to get your license straightened out?
Yeah, I work on it, but I didn't know that until the officer stopped me and let me know that my license, driver license was suspended. I didn't know. Because I just have my driver license, not even 1 year.
Did you have a license from somewhere else?
Back to my country, Haiti? Yes.
Okay, so you had a Haitian driver's license?
Before, no. No.
All right. Do you need a driver's license in Haiti?
Did I need one to drive?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I didn't know if maybe you were just a certain age you could drive there.
Yeah, no. You need not
I don't know about Haitian. There's a Steely Dan song called Haitian Divorce, but there isn't one called Haitian Driver's License. All right, so you're trying to get to work. You didn't have a valid license.
What goes through Judge Middleton's head? That's why I like him so much. In case you didn't hear, he said there's a song called Haitian Horse, but there isn't one called Haitian Driver's License. Okay, Judge. And we're walking.
And this is going to put 2 points on your driving record. I hope it doesn't jam you up worse than that. And let's take a look at this ticket. Another thing they do is they stop guys going to American Axle. They used to wait on 131 and people would be late for work and they come blasting down 131 like shooting fish in a barrel.
Okay, Judge, was that before the Meijer and the Walmart or after?
But I appreciate the fact that you're here today. Did you get your license back?
I work on it. I need to travel to PA to fix that.
Okay, they said pre-trial. $51 and a $35. Hoffman Wood. They write a lot of tickets. Suspended out of Pennsylvania. So
All right, I got two questions here. All right, so he's suspended out of Pennsylvania. So this guy's got a license issue in another state. But did he actually assert some travel defense, or did he just use the word travel? I mean, he used the word travel, but I don't think he meant it in a soft-sit way. I just didn't quite catch it.
you got issues with another state you got to get straightened out?
No.
Did you get them
any
straightened out?
ticket in Pennsylvania, I don't have nothing.
All right.
As I know, I don't receive any mail from PennDOT to let me know that
Do you still live at Victoria Drive?
28 Victoria Drive. No, right now, because I can
Okay, so we got your address right. We probably have the information that you have license problems in Pennsylvania, right? Just saying.
drive, I moved to Kalamazoo because my boss drive me to work.
Very good.
Because when I will live in Colorado, I need to drive and I can't drive. It's more expensive for me to live Kalamazoo, but I used to do it. I do that.
Well, I'm going to order a $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, and $50 state minimum fee. What shift do you work?
First shift,
Are you missing work right now?
not really, because my boss drive me here and he just tell me when I'm done. We work at 8 a.m. as a contractor.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a
tabling. It's tabling. We do deep cleaning inside.
All right, the fine is $200. Can you pay that today or do you need time?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the bailiff's gonna take you out to the court office.
Thank you,
You can
Nani.
pay the fine and you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, I get it. It's Judge Middleton story time. I get it, Paul. Thank you.
Very good. I'm glad we were able to resolve this. I hope it doesn't jam you up too much. You may have to straighten some things out somewhere else, but you're good to go, sir.
Thank you, Your
I'll
Honor.
take you out there. You can pay the fine. Well, here's an envelope for what it's worth. All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, there you have it. It's just too good. It's just too good. A guy half-heartedly tries to throw the travel argument at Middleton, who's having none of it. He bats it down very nicely, but emphatically. He definitely does. I had to hold on for the second hearing because, you know, Judge Sua Sponte introduces the notion of the Haitian driver's license. Oh, we also get some more 131 lore for no apparent reason. This is why I love 3B. I just love it. It's so good. We've got two defendants named Evil. We got Deborah making jokes. We got Keith Stickley all worried about it for some reason, which is surprising. It's a whole situation. I love it. I love it. One day I'm going to have to visit this village. I really am. I'm going to have to go over to Centerville. I don't even, you know, I grew up in Michigan. I don't think I've ever been to this place in my life. I really don't. Can't be far from Ann Arbor where I went to school. I don't know. There's no reason I'd be out there. I don't think there really isn't. But one of these days in my travels over in Michigan, I will, out of curiosity, have to find Centerville and see what's going on. All right. Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. That was just a quick one. Like I said, I didn't even plan on it because,
Thank you, Mikey. And with that, of course, offsets in the evening. Art Bell in the overnight, and thanks for watching.